Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I know I was made for more than this? Maybe you've got ideas you haven't acted on, a skill you keep putting off, a calling you keep second guessing, a business you want to start, a ministry you feel pulled toward, a book you want to write, a better version of yourself you keep saying you'll become one day. But here's the problem: one day is where dreams go to retire. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful productivity and mindset lessons Jesus ever taught: the parable of the talents in Matthew 25:14 through 30. And this parable is not just about money, it's about stewardship, it's about courage, it's about responsibility, it's about what you do with what God placed in your hands. Because the scary truth is this: the servant who got in trouble wasn't the one who failed, he was the one who did nothing. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at Matthew 25, where Jesus tells a story about a master, three servants, and a serious lesson on potential. This is a productivity lesson. This is a mindset lesson. This is a personal growth lesson. But most importantly, this is a kingdom lesson, because God does not give gifts to be buried in the dirt. He gives gifts so they can be developed, multiplied, and used for his glory. So let's get into it. In Matthew 25, Jesus tells a parable about a man going on a journey. Before he leaves, he entrusts his property to three servants. To one servant, he gives 5 talents, to another, 2 talents, and to another, 1 talent. Now, a talent in this context was a large amount of money. We're not talking about a $5 bill and a handshake. This was a major responsibility. The servant with 5 talents goes out, puts them to work, and earns 5 more. The servant with 2 talents does the same and earns 2 more. But the servant with 1 talent does something different. He digs a hole in the ground and hides his master's money. When the master returns, he settles accounts with them. The first servant says, "You gave me 5, I gained 5 more." The master says, "Well done, good and faithful servant." The second servant says, "You gave me 2, I gained 2 more." And the master gives him the same praise: "Well done, good and faithful servant." But then comes the third servant. He says, "I was afraid, so I hid your talent in the ground." And the master rebukes him, not because he had less, not because he wasn't as impressive as the others, not because he tried and failed. He was rebuked because he let fear make him unfaithful. That's the gut punch of the story. Lesson 1: God gives different amounts, but expects faithfulness from everyone. Here's the first thing we need to understand: the master did not give each servant the same amount. One got 5, one got 2, one got 1. That right there will bother some people, because we live in a culture of comparison. We compare bank accounts, we compare houses, we compare careers, and social media has turned comparison into an Olympic sport. Everybody is competing, nobody's stretched first, and half the people are pulling emotional hamstrings. But notice this: the master did not judge the servants based on having the same amount. He judged them based on what they did with what they were given. The 5 talent servant doubled his. The 2 talent servant doubled his. Different amounts, same faithfulness, same praise. That means God is not asking you to be someone else. He's not asking you to run their race, carry their assignment, or copy their calling. He is asking, what are you doing with what I gave you? Some people waste their lives complaining that they didn't get 5 talents while their 1 talent is sitting in the dirt. Don't despise your starting point. Small does not mean insignificant, and under the right stewardship, small things grow. Lesson 2: your talent is not just money now. Yes, in the parable, a talent was money, but the principle extends far beyond finances. Your talents include your time, your skills, your wisdom, your relationships, your creativity, your work ethic, your leadership, your ability to encourage, your ability to solve problems, and even the pain you've survived. God wastes nothing. The question is not, do I have anything valuable? The question is, have I recognized the value of what God already placed in my hands? The parable of the talents teaches us this: God is not looking for people who simply avoid failure. He is looking for faithful servants who use what they've been given. The tragedy of the third servant is not that he had 1 talent. The tragedy is that he buried it. So here's the challenge: Don't stand before God one day with dirt on your hands and excuses in your mouth. Use what He gave you, take the next step. And one day, by the grace of God, may we hear those words, "Well done, good and faithful servant."